Hi, this is 3.4 example 2. It says you buy dark chocolate cashews for $12.50 per pound. Represent the ratio relationship using a graph. So the first thing we're going to do, before we ever do the graph, we want to make sure we have the ratio table down to help us get those points to graph. So when we create the ratio table, we know that the piece of information they gave us was that it's $12.50 per pound. So for 1 pound of cashews, that means it would be $12.50, right? So then we're going to just use repeat addition. We know that if there were then 2 pounds of cashews, then we would add another $12.50. So we would be at $25. And then if we were to add another pound of cashews, you can see we're adding one every time, which means down here we're adding $12.50. If we had another $12.50, we would be at $37.50, okay? So using that, we know that the points we are going to graph are 1 and 12.5, or 12 and 5/10. And then we know we have 2 and 25. And then we know we have 3 and 37, $37.50, or we can just say 37 and 5/10. So let's go ahead and graph those. So we know that the cashews are in the x-axis. It's the first number. So for every 1 pound of cashews, we have about right here. It's not perfect, but I'm going to do my best. I have about 12 and 5/10, or $12.50 that I would need to spend. And then when I move over to 2, that's going to be a good one because it has a line for 25. And for 3, it's going to be 37 and 5/10, or $37.50. So I'm going to go up. It's going to be between 35 and 40, probably about right here. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to make sense. So now I'm going to go to my 0, 0, and remember straight as you can. I know it's hard. If you're at home using like a piece of paper to do this, it's best if you can get a book or something to be able to help you keep it straight. Okay, so I did the first thing. I represented the ratio relationship using a graph. And now the second part says, how much does 2 and 5/10 pounds of dark chocolate cashews cost? Well, what we need to do is we need to figure out where on this, where does it represent 2.5 pounds of dark chocolate cashews? So that would be right here, right? It would be between 2 and 3. So we're going to start here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up until we hit the line. So the line hits right about here, okay? And we need to figure out what that means. Well, it's going to be somewhere halfway between 25, let me highlight this so you can see it, 25, and the $37.50. So it's somewhere right in the middle, and when we do the math, we know that the very middle of that would be $31.25. Which makes sense because it kind of curves right here because I didn't make a straight line. But if it were perfectly straight, it would hit right above the 30 at about $31.25.